Hello, my name's Corey Williams, and I am the manager with Lincoln Heritage Unity Life Group here in St. Louis, Missouri. And our guest today is going to be a young man that started with us just a few short months ago. His name's Mr. Ben Stratton. Ben has had an absolutely fantastic start to his career here. He's only been here for several months and has come and taken this thing by storm, helping well over 100 families so far in just a few months. And I'm excited to have him on today to talk about what he's been able to do, his transition from being a restaurateur to being in the final expense industry. And not only that, but the number of families that he's helped so far. And not only just the number of families that he's helped, but what he's been able to do in a very short period of time here. And so I'm pretty excited to talk to Ben and talk about what he's been able to do so far with his career here at with Unity Life Group. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Mr. Ben Stratton. Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good morning. How's it going?
It's going really, really well. It's good to start my day with you. I've already gone and did my walk already and had my time with God and looking forward to spending some time with you here. So welcome. All right. So Ben, I want to take a few minutes. I know, we've got on my social media page, there's probably 4,000 or 5,000 people on there. And with all the layoffs and all the things that are happening in our country right now, good or bad, people are looking for opportunity. You've got large corporations across the country that are doing mass layoffs. And, if you've been a working person of any type over the last several decades, we all know that this time of year, companies do layoffs, they do furloughs and those kind of things. You've come from the restaurant industry, and we're not going to say what specific restaurant, but you came from the restaurant industry. So before we get too far into this, I wanted to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself and talk about, what you were doing. We'll keep it above board, but what you were doing before, what made you transition to our opportunity, and how things are going so far. So good morning, Ben.
So my name is Ben, obviously, and I did come from the restaurant industry. I worked there for probably 16 years. I managed a store for close to 10 years, and it's very stressful and very demanding, and was starting a family and wanted something different as far as my time that I get to be with my family and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I made the switch.
Yeah. I remember you coming to the seminar and talking to you and having those first couple conversations. And I'm thinking, man, I remember telling Ernest, like, I think this guy's going to be phenomenal, but you never know, right? We talk to all types of people about our opportunity and people get excited, but excitement, just like we talked about in our meeting yesterday, there's a big difference between excitement and motivation and excitement and dedication, right? Like going for walks every day and doing those kind of things. What made you look into the final expense industry coming from the food industry?
I wish there was something that I could say that was like
a magical thing, right?
Yeah, I was looking around and had a few opportunities. I was looking in sales. That's the direction I wanted to go. Something in sales, I guess. This is somewhat sales, I guess, but it's not very, very salesy. But I mean, it is a little bit obviously sales. But so I was looking in that industry and had a few opportunities, and I guess I found you, had got an interview with you, and I really I did some Facebook stalking on a lot of people that were working here and all that, and I really liked the culture. There's a lot of people that believe in God and have there is definitely a faith-based culture here. So that really drew me to this as well. And then after talking to you and the opportunity that we have here, really just made me come here, I guess.
No, we're blessed that you're here, man. And all those things were important to me as well when I came here. I haven't even been here, just a little over a year. And I think what we've been able to do so far, we're not setting the world on fire, but our consistency, we're one of the top teams within the organization that we're in every single month in and month out. Matter of fact, we're in first place right now. But as we're building, I've had the good fortune to be in this industry for over 25 years, and I've seen a lot of good. I've seen an awful lot of bad as well. And the organization that we're a part of, like you said, it is faith-based. Everybody's kind of pulling the rope in the same direction, those kind of things, and it means a lot. So basically, you were saying you kind of, I don't want to say trip and stumbled into this, I guess, opportunity, if you will, but you've made good with it so far. What's been, I know this is kind of an early question, but what's been the most rewarding part about this? Because this is definitely challenging. I know you and I talk every day, and there's days, you want to kind of pull your hair out a little bit, but what's been the most rewarding part about this so far?
Yeah, I think for one, I think that's anywhere. No matter what true. You do, there's things that make you want to pull your hair out. But the most rewarding, to be honest, I go to work every day. I mean, I'm usually out doing some sort of productive things at least 6 days a week, sometimes 5, but I try to do 6. But with that, I don't have people pulling me away from my family, I guess I should say. If I need to be with my family, I can be with my family, and that is probably my favorite thing, that I get that freedom. Obviously, I'm doing this quite a bit, but I don't feel like I'm getting pulled by the business, if that makes sense.
Oh, no, it makes perfect sense, because that was, part of, once I got into insurance 1,000 years ago and started, doing some things, that was one of the things that was intriguing to me. So I can help people. I'm making a front end income, right? And then there's the residual piece, which we won't dig in too much today. There's a residual piece of it too that starts to build. And from that standpoint, I don't want to dig in too much about money, because I know, there's a lot of organizations across the country. They talk about all the money and all the, the giant commissions and all this kind of stuff. But I think those things are important. But at the same time, I think it's more that with this, that people understand what we do, how we do it. And more, I wanted to feature you as kind of what I call you, the face of the franchise here with our organization. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, we're blessed that you're here. But I had another question for you. Getting started, when did you fully start here? Because you kind of you had a really quick transition, and kind of a freakish start of taking your exam, I think or going through the study material within less than 24 hours or something. I still don't know how you did that, but, what would you say, you wish you knew before you got started? And you're not going to hurt my feelings, by the way.
Well, I officially started full-time last week of February. So I guess let's say March. My first full month was March. So I'm about 8.5 months in, I guess. Okay. What do I wish I knew before I started?
I figured that question would get you.
It's hard to say, because I'm still learning a lot, but this is a tough question. Yeah. I wish what I wish I don't think is even possible. I wish I would have pushed harder, I guess, right at the beginning, but I pushed hard. So it's hard to say, but yeah. I would tell someone that is starting this that they need to get after it, and they need to make this their focus. Which I did, and I'm glad I did, because I would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
So
that's the reason why I didn't want to send you the questions ahead of time, because I wanted this response right here. I wanted it to be a genuine response. There's a lot of people that do podcasts. There's a lot of people in the insurance industry that do extremely well, but I want people to see this, because if they're looking at this and they've gotten this far into it, right, and they're truly looking for an opportunity, we have that here. You can visit our website, which you see on the bottom of the screen. Also, you could text us, yes, to 877-959-6797 if you're interested in finding out more about what we do. But, back on point, we want people to understand what it is that we do and how we do it. This is not easy, and we don't pretend that it is, but it's very simple. And even how our underwriting is done, we don't underwrite, we don't ask height and weight. There's a lot of things that we don't ask that a lot of our competitors do, which makes it easier to write business. Would you agree with that, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have experience at other places, but I've
Right.
just based off of talking to people that I am writing up that it is very easy. I mean, it's simple for just not knowing other, but I know a lot of people, things happen that shows me that ours is very easy to write people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the the ups and downs of the commission world. So I'm going to make an assumption that where you were at before, because I know where you're at, and I've had an opportunity to speak with your business partner, who was your father. Um, what would you say the big shift has been? Because I started a long time ago, commission, and my ex-wife thought I was nuts. Like, why are you doing this? All those kind of things. But I kind of had that vision to go, I know where this is going if I'm willing to put the time, the energy, the effort into it, right? And it's paid off. But from that standpoint, what would you tell somebody that's looking at this? Because it is a hard shift to go from I know exactly what I'm making every week or every 2 weeks to I got to go out and eat what I kill, and I've got a wife and kids to take care of.
Well, that you just kind of said it. Yeah, there is a difference between having the mindset. Well, it's a difference between having an employee mindset and a business owner mindset. Because if you're starting a business anywhere, you kind of eat what you kill, regardless of what you're doing.
Yep.
So, um, but the upfront cost of starting this business, because you are kind of the business, is very, very low. Starting a business elsewhere is you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to start a
Yeah.
business. So,
Yeah.
um, you,
Not
you,
to get into not to get into incomes. We're not going to talk about that.
yeah,
And I know you're starting to see that. I mean, you've been here 9 months now. You've already got a couple people on your team. You're building, you're training, you're doing all that stuff. You're going out and writing applications. I know I'm going to poke fun at you here, but when you first started and you really dug into this thing pretty early on, my opinion. When you got started, I told you you'd write 150 plus applications, and you looked at me and said, "There's no way." I know what your number is, and I'm pretty certain you do because you're a student of the game as well. But how many applications, how many families have you protected so far this year, since March?
last week it's probably around 130 right now, I
Yeah,
think.
that's exactly right. Around 130, 131.
Yeah.
So obviously, with the rest of this month and then December, you're going to be well over 150. So it shows somebody comes here and they plug in what they're capable of. Now, I call you the face of the franchise because what you've been able to come here and do has been pretty incredible, right? You've come in and literally in 9 months, and not to get into the money piece. And I know you're starting to see some of it, and it will grow over time, right? But your residual check already has a comma in it. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's in legitimately, you've only been building a team for not even 60 days yet. And that will blossom as well as we continue to get in recruiting. Again, that's one of the things that I want people to see, like truly see what this opportunity is. The company that we represent, I think, is a great one. Been around since the 60s, over 1 million policyholders on the books. We help over 250,000 people every single year. And we have something called FCGS that really does help families when they need it the most. Not to dig too far into FCGS, Ben, but do you feel like that has been a differentiator for us? And do you feel like it's helped when you're sitting down and talking to people to maybe make sure that they get their family protected?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we have that no one else does. So that alone sets us apart.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a beneficiary protective service,
Yeah. Absolutely.
which I mean, the people that we're talking to is they're doing it for their beneficiary anything anyway. So having more help for the people that they're doing for is, I mean, huge.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Last couple questions hit, Ben, and I'm gonna let you get about your day because I know you got appointments and all that kind of stuff. I'll be out there with you today. Um, you know, I just thought this was a really unique story, and I thought it was worth mentioning. Hopefully, I don't embarrass you by any stretch of the imagination, but as you started to build and grow your team, one of the things that I ask you and Barb, one of our new managers as well, our leaders, if you will, to name your team. Take as much time as you need to, but figure that out. And you came up with Bring to Salvation. Can you explain to us what that means? And it was almost an emotional thing when you told me what you're going to name your team, which kind of got me because I'll cry at a good TV commercial. But can you explain where the name came from, A? And B, if somebody is interested in joining your team, what area of St. Louis are you you're really all over the place, but are you serving in St. Louis? And yeah.
So the Bring to Salvation, I was salvation in the definition, not the non-biblical definition, is to basically save someone from a dire situation. So the Bring to Salvation is, if you guys can see it on the screen there, it says help protecting families from a dire situation. So that's what we're doing because family, it is a dire situation when someone has to come up with all these costs at the when their family member passes away. So that's what we're doing. And then the B2S is also a spin on my initials as well, Ben Stratton II. So it's a double meeting there.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Ben, and appreciate it. If somebody is looking to join your team or to look at this opportunity, what's the best phone number for them? I know it's on the screen, but what's the best phone number for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, so I am in Jefferson County. I'm generally in Jefferson County, maybe a little more south of Jefferson County sometimes, all the way into St. Louis, and then up to St. Charles and North County as well. So I'm all over the place. My phone number is 314-971-0902.
Awesome. What would you, or if somebody's looking to get coverage as well, we can help you over the phone or come out. We prefer face-to-face. We think it's more of a genuine touch and, to connect with people as well. If you're somebody that's unfortunately or fortunately taking care of your parents and you need to make sure that their stuff is in place before they pass, we can also help with that as well. Ben, last question that I will ask you. Again, I've mentioned the layoffs and things that are coming for people and furloughs and all that kind of stuff, obviously this time of year. If somebody was wanting to look at this opportunity, kind of closing out, what would you tell them?
Well, it's a fortunate and also unfortunate thing, but everybody does pass away. So it's something that everybody can use. So it's never going to go away. People call it a recession-proof business, which, that's what it is, but it's because of that reason, because people always need this help. That's what I would say as well. And then the opportunity here to you make what you're worth. You do what you do, and you get paid to do what you do. So that's what I would say. You get it's a limited opportunity. There's no cap. So
yeah, you can literally make. You can make hay every day. We get paid every day, Monday through Friday. If you write an app on Monday, you get paid on Tuesday. Write Tuesday, get paid Wednesday, etc. As I like to tell people, this is not the easiest career choice because it's not. It's very simple what we do. Sometimes you're dealing with the general public, so sometimes that makes it, a little bit more of a challenge from time to time. But from that perspective, if somebody's willing to put the time, the energy, and the effort in, this truly could be a life-changing opportunity for them. So, Ben, blessed to have you on, my brother. I appreciate everything you do. I know I call you the face of the franchise and you chuckle at it, but we could not do this without you. You've been a pillar here in just such a short period of time. The families you've been able to help, their families will be blessed. We know that FCGS and our corporation is going to stand beside those families when they need it the most. Kind of a quick story. We had a teammate, and this is very unfortunate, but we had a teammate that just passed away. And her son just passed away and had only had the policy for a month. and passed away. And I think the second payment may or may not have been made, but Lincoln Heritage paid the claim. And imagine going through losing a child and then having a company that's going to stand up and do what they say they're going to do, pay our claims out within 24 hours. That way the family can grieve and not have to worry about, some of the things that come along with that. Because when somebody passes away, it's a once in a lifetime event. They're not going to do it a second time, right? So yeah, I think we do a fantastic job of that. This is a terrific opportunity for the right person. Ben, thank you for your time. Thank you for being on, brother. Appreciate you so much. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, bud. So again, my name is Corey Williams. Thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far into it, if you're looking for an opportunity to build and grow, text yes to 877-959-6797. Again, 877-959-6797. Thank you for your time, and bye for now.